Hi everyone, welcome to another program here for the Riverhead Free Library. My name is Kelsey and today we are going to be going over how to create flashcards using Google Slides. So making flashcards is easy without having to use index cards. So we're going to be going through the different steps of creating a few flashcards, how to change the colors of the font, adding pictures, and how we would present the flashcards itself for when you want to study. So to start, using flashcards, you can use them for studying exams, studying vocabulary, pictures, learning a language, civil service exams, and more. So it's great because you can add different photos, diagrams, pictures from your lectures from class, different images of tables and graphs and diagrams from your different classes to help you memorize different formulas and things like that. So a great tool is adding a photo. You can add photos, quotes, graphs, or more. You don't have to add any of this, but if you want to, you can. So the next thing is creating your first flashcard. So as if you would have an index card, you would write your question or the vocabulary word on the front. So right here on this one index card, you would write the question, the word, maybe instead you're having a picture of a graph, whatever it may be, you can insert it on this slide. And where you see the pink, you can change the background color, but we will go into that later on. And so now when you add another slide, you now have your answer. So again, you can add in that diagram or your graph if you want, or you could just have the answer. So just like your own index cards for making flashcards, on one side you have your question, your vocabulary term, whatever it may be, and on the back you have the answer. So we can even do them without photos. You can change, if you want the flashcard to be horizontal or vertical, you could change the font size. You can make it as unique and colorful as you want. So I'm just going to go over a little of an overview of just what I explained, and then we're going to go into doing it together. So Google Slides is a great tool for creating a presentation, lectures, more, but it's also really great for studying. So you can use this option to present your slides to help quiz yourself. So instead of going with your index cards and flipping them back and forth to memorize something, you can now just use your computer. You can make it fancy with different colors, pictures, fonts, you name it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to give me a call. You can call us at our number here at 631-727-3228, and my extension is 135. If I happen to not be at my desk that time, I will definitely give you a call back. Or you can feel free to email me at askadultref@riverheadlibrary.org. So here is another example of using a different background color. And we'll be using the present key to study. So let's try it out. First, I'm going to exit this presentation, which now you can see. And we're going to start from the beginning. So on our left-hand side, you see 1, 2, 3, and so forth. These are your different slides. And these are going to be our different, index cards, if you want to say, or pieces of paper to help us with our questions and our answers. So I'm going to scroll down to our first flashcard. So this is the front of our flashcard. And we have yellow as our top border. We have our flashcard with our question word. And let's start off with adding a question. for a question, let's say, what fruits are yellow? Because our background is yellow. So if we don't want the background to be yellow, we can click on the background, and then right up here on the top, you see this little paint bucket with the yellow, and it says fill color when you hover over it. If you press on it, you can change it to any color that you want. So I'm just going to do a lighter yellow. So that was just a little bit of a difference. But let's see, maybe you want to make it like a mustard looking color. So we'll do that. Now let's go back to our question. And I feel like maybe the font size is too big. So I'm going to highlight the question, and then up on top where you see the 48, we're going to use the minus sign to make the question smaller. And next to it, we have the font types. So let's just change it up. We'll use Comforta. So we'll use that. So again, what fruits are yellow? I know that's not really the best question, but you know, it's okay. So now we're going to go to our next slide. On the left-hand side where you see the number 12, you are going to click on that. Another way to do this is go to Insert on the top and go to all the way at the bottom where it says New Slide and press that. So now we have a white screen. And we're going to go on to Layout, which is right here. But instead, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back to our template. And another way that we can also do this is right-click on the slide and hit Duplicate Slide. So we're going to do that. So now we're going to answer the flashcard question. So bananas are yellow. Mangoes can be yellow sometimes. Mangoes with an ES, I can't spell. And that's just, you know, a quick little general answer. So I'm going to delete this slide here. I'm going to go to our next question. So again, our question is here. We have an image, question, and the background is pink. So let's change the background first. Maybe let's do some blue. And let's see if we want to add a photo. Like say you have your diagram, your pictures, and you have them on your computer. You can go to Insert, Image, and then Upload from Computer. Because I don't have that, I'm going to just search for one. So I'm going to type in book. So let's find a book. So I'm going to click on that and then hit Insert on the bottom. And I'm going to make that smaller by dragging the little square. Right, and that's how you would insert a photo. I'll put this down here for now. So let's go back to the question. So what question do we want? How do I contact librarian Kelsey through email? And again, we're going to highlight to make the font a little bit smaller to fit the flashcard. Perfect. So here's our question. And then we're going to, whoops, I'm sorry. We're going to go to our left-hand side, and we're going to right-click on this slide that we're on and do Duplicate Slide. And I'm going to delete the one underneath. And now we have the same slide, but now we can use this as the back of our flashcard for our answer. So I'm going to delete this picture, and I'm going to erase the question and replace it with the answer. Ask adult ref at riverheadlibrary.org. Okay, so the font looks too big again because the whole email address doesn't fit on one line. So again, we're going to highlight it by holding down the left key of our mouse and dragging. And then we're going to use that minus sign to get that right where we want it. And there we go. So this is how you would create your front and the back of the flashcard. So now, like, say we finish creating all of our flashcards for studying, and we want to study them. We want to practice, and we don't want to cheat by looking at the left-hand side, but we want to present it. So on the top right, you'll see a present button, and when you hover over it, it says start presentation. So we're going to click on that. And of course, it starts with our answer on the slide that we are currently on or currently working on. So what you can do is use the arrows on your keyboard. And we are going to just use the left arrow and the right arrow and use that way to help us study and present. So we are back to the beginning where it says use the present key to study. So I'm going to use the right arrow, the one that's pointing right, I should say. So let's try it out. So our question is, what fruits are yellow? So what fruits are yellow? So before you would go click on that arrow again, you would want to answer that question. And when you feel like you have answered it, or you feel like you don't know the answer, then you can press the key and reveal the answer. So if we do it again, how do I contact librarian Kelsey through email? How would you contact me? And so you'll press that key and you have your answer. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on this program. I hope that this helps you in any way. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. I am doing over the phone appointments if you wanted to do an appointment, and feel free to give me a call and we can set that up. All right, I hope you all have a great day and stay safe and healthy.